Hi, I am going to tell a story, and it's actually a memory. And I'm going to tell it as if I am talking directly to you, Nancy. So whenever I say you, you'll know who I'm referring to. I remember you so vividly, and going through these home movies where I can see you again, it really does bring back times with you in my life. I remember one specifically, and I can't say if I was 11 or 12, which would have been 71 or 72, but I had started making my movies with other kids in my neighborhood. And I remember we made the first movie by your house in Glendora. There was a field, you may remember, by the freeway that was just rugged area, and I'd seen it. I don't know how. Maybe you took us there and we saw it, and I thought that looks like a great place to make a Western. And so I wrote a script very quickly, and I brought my friends, most of them from Boy Scouts, and we made a movie called Kid. Now, I am going to digitize and try to make that look halfway decent, and I'll make sure that I send you a copy to look at if you'd like to. But I remember doing that, and I remember not specifics, but I remember being over at your house, and I think it was just you. I don't think Rusty was there. And I was there, I believe, with my brothers. But what I remember most is that there was this front room that was maybe a study or an office, and you let me use that to edit a movie I was making. And I remember just how incredible it felt to have the space uninterrupted to try to make this movie look good. And I didn't know what that was. I hadn't taken any classes, so it was what was inside my head. And I just remember doing that, and all the film that was everywhere that I had cut out of the movie, etc. And I felt so important, and that was because of the way that you allowed me to have that space and to be able to work on that movie. And I think it was the first movie. I think it was the kid movie. So I wanted to tell you about that. And then I believe it was that night that we stayed over, and we were in a bedroom, and I woke up and maybe I had to go to the bathroom. I don't remember, but it was late, and I walked out of the room we were sleeping in, and there was a hallway, and I noticed there was a light down at the other end of the house. I think maybe where the kitchen was. I could be wrong, but I decided to walk down there, and I saw you with your back to me sitting in front of, I believe it was a stereo, and you were listening to a song, and I believe the song was 110 Soldier, the song from the movie Billy Jack. And I could hear you crying. And I mean, even today, that's very emotional. But I felt like I was invading your privacy, even as a 12-year-old. And I never said anything. And I went back to the room. And I know I laid there awake for a long time. And you've always been in my heart, and I've thought about you so often. And I wanted to share, this is just one of many memories that I have of you. And I'm not sure you'll remember it, but for a 12-year-old, that's what I'll say I was at the time. It was incredibly important. And I just want you to know I've loved you from the beginning when I first met you, and I love you today so much. And I just hope you're doing good, and that, well, you know that Michael Roy, and that'll be another story I'll tell you, is out here thinking about you. Okay, bye bye.